I'm Edie Lush here with Hub Culture at the Transition Monaco Forum. Really pleased that Lazo Giritz has come by my station here.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, you're the CEO and founder of Poseidon. Tell me when you got passionate about action in the world of climate.
You know, I always loved nature. It was always the thing for me. I grew up and all I wanted to have is nature around myself. And I was fortunate enough to live in many different countries. And one of the countries I lived in, that was back in 2009, was in Singapore. And Singapore has a challenge which is rather drastic. It's called the haze, and there's even a government side. And the haze is when they burn the forests in Malaysia and Indonesia, and the smoke of the burning from these trees that were cut down blows over to Singapore, and it gets so bad that you don't see the other side of the road. And I thought, like, my goodness, I live in one of the richest countries in the world, and they're helpless against climate change. And I knew at that point I needed to find a way to participate in climate action.
So tell me what Poseidon does and how you use the blockchain.
So Poseidon really is a tool, an innovative mechanism to connect everyone who wants to support forest conservation with projects on the ground in places like Cordillera Azul, the national park in the Peruvian Amazon. And one of the ways to protect these really precious ecosystems and these lush vegetations that are really blasting with biodiversity is to take carbon credits that basically stand for the amount of carbon you're stopping from being released into the atmosphere. It's a very scientific approach to how that's being calculated. But we're taking these carbon credits and we're putting them onto a blockchain platform. And by using the Stellar blockchain, we're able to transact carbon credit transactions in about 3 seconds at a cost that is so small we're not even accounting for it. And we're able to now transact for the first time ever carbon credits, not in tons, which is the industry standard, but in grams.
Interesting.
By transacting in grams, I was able to create a platform that integrates carbon credits with the retail market. And I'm very proud to say that since May, we've been live at Ben & Jerry's in London.
So tell me about that. I walk into a Ben & Jerry's in London, I get my scoop, and what am I offered with when I'm going to pay?
You know, if you got to the point that you bought your scoop, you've done the most, or selected your scoop, that's the most complex part of the entire flow, because they have so many delicious flavors, you don't know which one to take. Once you've come past that, oh, there you go, right? I like all those caramelly vanilla ones, delicious. But once you've selected your ice cream, the rest is smooth sailing. You go up to the counter and you're being asked, hey, we have partnered with Poseidon and we are contributing 1 penny per scoop of ice cream towards forest conservation. Would you like to match that? And then it's up to you to say, that's a great idea, I would like to give a penny. Or you say, no, I don't feel like it. So it's totally voluntary.
Or I can give more.
Or you can give more, which is incredibly exactly what's happening. We witnessed the fans of Ben & Jerry's say £3.20 for a scoop of ice cream, make it 4, round it up.
It's really cool. So what happens with my extra penny or extra 60p that's going towards Poseidon? It's going onto the blockchain, and then what?
That is the really exciting part. We were able, with the blockchain technology and with the ability to transact in just 3 seconds, to create an integration that really is real time. So you go, you make a purchase, from the point of sale, the 1p, 10p, pound, whatever you decide to give towards forest conservation is immediately transacted through the point of sale to our backend, used to purchase tokens. We have a token called Ocean, and this Ocean token is then used to do a back-to-back transaction with the smart contract that holds the carbon credits. And what is really beautiful about this is that the customer, the consumer who donated towards forest conservation can see in real time on his mobile phone, hey, I just bought this product and service And I decided to contribute to forest conservation because I want to rebalance the climate impact of my product and service that I just purchased. And you know what? That money went towards this carbon credit from this project having this impact on the ground.
So you're also working with Liverpool to make Liverpool carbon positive. Tell me about that.
I couldn't be more thrilled about that. I think it's our best partnership to date. So we're partnering with a car manufacturer who is going to be the first car manufacturer to make its entire production line climate positive. And they introduced us to the city of Liverpool. I wish I could tell you more about the car manufacturer, but we are having in a couple of days. BBC is airing us tomorrow night on Wednesday, and they're having an exclusive. So we have to keep our lips sealed. But what is really exciting about this is that they introduced us to the city of Liverpool, and Liverpool was so excited about us that I quote, "This is the most exciting proposal we heard in this office." I felt very humbled. And they now decided to partner with us and work towards making Liverpool a climate positive city, which would be a first.
So what does that mean? So I get on the bus in Liverpool and what? I pay with my smart card or my MasterCard, and then what?
Ultimately, it's going to be a very similar integration as we have with Ben & Jerry's. There's going to be different use cases depending on what it is, whether it's going to be a business that's based in Liverpool, where Liverpool will work with them to make their products and services climate positive. They might offer their customers also to contribute, or they might just build it into the pricing. You said transportation, which is obviously a very clear target for the city of Liverpool. You might pay for a bus ticket, and you might pay a little bit more, or it might be built into the price. Whatever the case, the funds will again go to our backend, integrate with our blockchain, and in real time, which is also something very exciting for carbon markets, we will in real time retire the carbon credits and attach them to the carbon footprint.
So it's an exciting time for tokens within this new transition economy. And today, of course, Hub Culture has announced their own carbon-backed token. What do you think the future is for carbon within the crypto world?
I would say blockchain as a whole, and I wouldn't even call it crypto, but blockchain as a whole is an exciting new way of storing, managing, and transferring data. But I really wish the day comes sooner than later where humanity wakes up to the fact that blockchain is just another way of doing exactly what I said: store, transact, and transmit data. It's a database. It has very interesting applications, and it's a database that gives us many new technological advantages like traceability, transparency, and immutability, but it's just a database. For hub culture and for token economics and different tokens, my view is this: if you have a real challenge that needs addressing, if you have a real application where blockchain adds value, please use it, and I think it's a powerful tool for good. However, I also would say that there's a vast majority of initiatives out there that use blockchain, and they could definitely do without blockchain.
Thank you so much, Laszlo, for stopping by the Hub Culture spot here in the Transition Monaco Forum, and I'm Edie Lush.
Thank you very much for having us.